Hey guys, what's up? My name is Meaghan, welcome back to Book Talk with Meg, and welcome to my second ever 24-hour readathon. Today is Saturday, September 14th. It is the start of my weekend, and I am alone. I've been in a heavy reading slump for exactly the past 2 weeks. I haven't finished a book or even gotten halfway through a book since August 31st. So, here's the plan. I'm alone in a reading slump and lacking motivation, so I thought what better idea than to create a 24-hour readathon, because the first time I did one, which I'll link that video up in the cards and in the description, I ended up finding this huge motivation to start reading and creating videos again, and I just had such a fun time challenging myself, so we're doing it again. This time I have a less of a set TBR because I'm getting books in the mail and just I don't really know what I'm in the mood for. There's 2 books I really want to get to. The rest is up in the air. So yeah, this readathon is going to go from today at noon. It is currently 11:45, so I'm filming this clip and then we're gonna set up and start reading until obviously Sunday at noon. And we're just gonna hope and pray that it all goes well and that I have fun doing it. I don't have a set goal. I would like to get to the 1,000-page mark like I almost did last time. I think that would be great. But if I don't, it's fine. If I surpass it, it's all in good fun. So, the books I want to read. The first one is actually a graphic novel, and that is Pumpkin Hats by Rainbow Rowell. This is the UK edition, so it might look a little bit different. Graphic novel. This is about 2 teens that work together every kind of autumnal pumpkin patch season, and then they split apart and only see each other during that time, and this is their last season together, and more specifically their last night, because they are seniors and it's like the last, I guess, the closing of the pumpkin patch, and so it's them trying to make the most out of it. I really enjoy Rainbow Rowell's writing, and I've heard a lot of great things by Faith Erin Hicks' illustration style, and from what I see in here, it's going to look fabulous. This is an easier read for a 24-hour readathon, so we only, we're helping ourselves a little bit, eh? And I also want to read Tunnel of Bones by Victoria Schwab, which is the sequel to City of Ghosts, which is a middle grade series. This is the 2nd book and I'm so excited for this. I loved City of Bones last year. I read it in like one sitting at my doctor's office while I waited for my doctor. This is obviously middle grade and it's a little bit shorter, so I think this and this together will definitely give me all the fall vibes, and we are going to have fun. If you guys don't know what City of Ghosts is about, it follows Irene Cassidy, who can see ghosts and kind of traveled through veils and kind of see how they died and all that kind of stuff, and it also follows her parents, who are creating a TV show about like ghosts and spirits, but they don't actually have her talent, and in this one we are going to Paris with her and her family, so very excited. This morning I made sure I was really 100% ready for the readathon. I got all my cleaning done, all my chores, the groceries, I got some reading snacks, so I'm really excited, and tonight we're gonna order some pizza. We're living our best lives, you guys. So I'm gonna go set up, start reading, and update you guys very soon. Also, forgot to mention, I got myself some cat reading socks because they were on sale, and I'm probably gonna wear them today. There's already hair on it, great. Ever since I've gotten my cat, I've become like an intense cat lady and I couldn't pass these up, so we're gonna wear these, drink some Pepsi, and eat some vegetables because we're on brand. Well friends, it's now 2:30 and I haven't updated you guys in like 2 hours because my camera battery was charging, but also because I did read the entirety of Tunnel of Bones by Victoria Schwab in one sitting, and I am giving it all the stars in the world, or 5 out of 5 stars if we're referring to Goodreads. Honestly, even if my camera battery wasn't charging, I don't think I would have updated you guys, because just like with City of Bones, this book is just, I don't know if it's Victoria Schwab's writing, because usually I don't get into it that much, but I think her middle grade writing style for me, it just grasped my attention, and I don't move. Like, I've been sitting on the couch, didn't drink or eat anything for the past 2 hours, and I just read this book. It was all like consuming, and I loved where this was going. I loved the evolution of the characters, and I have gone to Paris myself, and as I mentioned, this book does take place in Paris, so it was so interesting to like remember all the places I visited and to see like the connections to the previous characters in the first book, which I do have right here, but I own in the UK paperback. And I will be talking more about my thoughts at the end of this, but just know that I love this. I love also that I kind of forgot, which is surprising, that there's a lot of Harry Potter references in the first book, and there's just as many in the second, and I honestly think I like the second book even more than the first one, which I didn't think would happen, but love that for me. So that's one book down, and that book was, how many pages? Like 270? 287. So I have read 287 pages as of now. So the plan now is that I'm going to go make some food, because I didn't actually make food before. And then we're going to jump right in and read Pumpkinheads, the graphic novel, which I'm so excited about. These are all like fall themed books, and I should be getting another book delivered soon. I don't know if I want to read that one, because that one was supposed to be for another video, but I'm in the mood for it. We'll see. There's a lot of different options, but Pumpkinheads and salad is what's up. Okay, hello friends. I'm back in the living room. Got my salad, which I'm realizing now is exactly the same salad I had in my other 24-hour readathon, so I guess it's tradition. It's basic lettuce with radish and cucumber. This time I added cucumber or radish. I don't remember which one I had, with apple vinegar, like apple cider vinegar, I guess, and some oil, and that's gonna be my lunch. We are going to start Pumpkinheads, and I'm so excited for this, and yeah, it's gonna be a chill time. I'm like I'm worried I'm not gonna love this, but I feel like this might be one of my favorite graphic novels ever. So we'll see which way we fall, but it looks great and the illustrations look fabulous. I'm just more worried for the story, because sometimes I love Rainbow Rowell and sometimes I can't get in her story, so we'll see where I fall with this one. I know the lighting is probably terrible, but I finished it, you guys, and it's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. This is definitely going on my list of favorite graphic novels. I'm so happy I read this, because I wanted to film a video talking about all my favorite graphic novels, and this cannot not be in it. I love everything about this. The story and the illustrations are by far the most beautiful illustrations I've ever seen in a graphic novel. The color, the color tones that were used, all the details and the characters, and just it makes you want to go to a pumpkin patch. Also, lots of diversity in here, which I feel no one has mentioned yet. Obviously, we have a black meat character, but she's also discussing her sexuality and how she doesn't really find anyone specifically attractive. It's when she gets to know people, and that was really interesting. And we also have a boy who hasn't really had any experiences with romance before, and I feel like usually the roles are reversed. And I like the messages in here, I like the drawings, and now I just want to go like apple picking or to a pumpkin patch, because this was so bloody beautiful. 5 out of 5 stars, definitely a new favorite, and if you guys are looking for anything fall, I highly recommend this one. So that one was, what, like 200 pages? Let me see. 209 pages, and it's now 3:30, so I've completed 2 books. One of them is a graphic novel, so it's kind of like cheating, but I'm still gonna count it. And I love this so much. I did get some mail, so we're gonna go get that on package it, and then choose our next book. I might jump in the bath, I might take a little snack break. I realized it was like impossible for me to eat my salad and read at the same time, which why didn't I not think of this before? I don't know, but this is turning out to be such a great reading day. So my camera was out of focus when I unboxed this, but I got The Royal We by Heather Cox and Jessica Morgan. This is a royal romance, and I believe it's inspired by like Kate and all of that. Dang, I'm really excited. This obviously is kind of like a dramatic royal romance, and I'm really excited. This is about like a girl who is at Oxford University, I believe, and she falls in love with a prince, and like her life obviously gets kind of complicated. I believe there's a romance, but then like shit happens and it's like filled with drama. This is a lot thicker than I expected it to be, so I'm not going to read this during my readathon, but it will be part of a secret video I'm going to work on, so I'm super excited for that. That means I don't know what I'm reading next. So I'm standing in front of my bookshelves because I was too excited to unbox this, and I don't know what we're gonna pick, so let me show you guys all the books. So we have like a bunch of them. Like obviously I've read some books, and I have like a new book pile on here. These are books I'm unhauling, DNF'd, didn't like them. I really don't know what I'm in the mood for, so I think I'm gonna like look through my bookshelves, and I have a few other books here. And once I have a few selection choices, I'll show you guys. Hello friends, I'm currently sitting on the ground and I've made a mess, but I've been struggling to find what I want to read. I think I'm finally going to read Maybe This Time by Casey West, which was her newest release, one of my most anticipated books of the year. Low-key scared I'm not going to like it, so that's why I haven't really picked it up, but I think this is going to be easy to fly through and something I'm obviously really going to enjoy. I hope I do. I think I'm worried because of her book she released in February, which was Fame, Faith, and the First Kiss. Yeah, I didn't really love that one as much as I loved her previous ones, so hopefully this one redeems itself, and yeah, I'm gonna grab a snack and keep on reading. Hello guys, so it is now 6 p.m. and I just ordered my pizza, so it should be here in max 40 minutes because if not it's free. Gotta love that pizza game they have. It's always like a little nerve-wracking, like am I gonna get a free pizza? Who knows? And it's only been a few minutes, so let's see how much time there's left on the timer, because they actually give you a timer and all. So there's 33 minutes left. I don't know if it's gonna focus before my pizza is free, and really excited about that. Once my pizza gets here, I'm going to take a break from reading and watch an episode of Law & Order, but I wanted to update you guys because I am reading Maybe This Time by Casey West, and actually reading it a lot faster than I thought I would. I am now 40% of the way through with it, which means I'm on page 150, and I'm really enjoying this. I don't think it's going to take my number one spot. That is still going to be Listen to Your Heart. That book will forever be my favorite by Casey West, or basically my favorite contemporary, but I'm still really enjoying this. I love the banter between the main characters, which I don't think I really mentioned what this book is about. This book follows our main character Sophie, who wants to be a fashion designer, and she wants to go study in New York, so to make extra money to be able to provide income, because her family isn't that rich. She works at a flower shop in her small town, and obviously she goes to a bunch of events, and she meets this boy who is the chef's son, who also was attending all the events, and it's kind of like a hate to, I'm guessing, kind of love romance, which is going to go through all the events in a year. So this takes place between 9 different events. Like there was Mother's Day and Valentine's Day and like a wedding. That's the 3 events I've seen so far, and I'm really enjoying it. I think her character is very unique. She's likable, but also a little bit a pain in the butt at the same time, so it's great. I really love the best friend in here. I feel like the friendship bonds are strong and healthy, and I kind of like where all the story is going, and yeah, it's really great. I like the family dynamics in here as well. I feel like Casey West rarely disappoints when it comes to families. I feel like she always kind of includes them in her books, so yeah, really enjoying it. I'm gonna go read some more until the pizza gets here. Maybe make my way like halfway through the book would be great, and then I could read maybe the other half in the bath or something like that, and that would be my 3rd book completed. And I'm actually really enjoying all the books I've picked up today. Not necessarily sure if this is going to be a 4 or a 5 star, but still, and it's getting me out of my reading slump, so this is actually working out. And I also have my furry friend here. Friends, it's now 7:30. I just took a bath and I changed into my PJs, and I am now a little over 60% done with maybe this time. I'm on page 225, so the plan now is to try to read the rest of this for like an hour and a half, finish it, and then pick our next read, and we are going to move to the bedroom. I hope I can finish like at least another book before bedtime, and then I'll set a timer for early tomorrow and try to squeeze in as much reading as possible. I don't know how long I'm going to stay up for, but we're still doing good. I feel like I've read a lot today, a lot more than the rest of September, so that's already a thing. Still loving this. I am loving this even more. I think this is probably going to be like a 4.5 if it keeps going this way, and yeah, really loving it. The bath was very warm though, so I'm like burning up right now. I wish it was just a little bit cooler, but fall is around the corner, so yeah, I'm gonna go back to reading now. Hello friends, it's now 8:50 and I officially have finished Maybe This Time by Casey West, and I don't know how I feel anymore, because this kind of feels like a 5-star read now, because it was so freaking... I can't. Everything about this was perfect. The character growth, the realizations, the family connections, the friendships, the self-growth, and just everything about this was fantastic. Learning to love yourself, and kind of learning about who you are, and just like, I feel like there was a lot of interesting talk about family and family complications that can happen, and the romance was perfect. It wasn't like insta love, it was kind of like a slow burn romance, which highly suggest if you guys don't really like insta love, I think that this one could be really fun. My favorite is still Listen to Your Heart, but I don't know if this was better than P.S. I Like You, or if I liked P.S. I Like You more, but I really think this is either going to be a 4.5 or a 5 stars. Probably going to put it like 5 on Goodreads, but then try to figure out my thoughts. But this was just bloody fantastic. I'm so happy I finally got around to it. Might film a full review for that one like I did for Listen to Your Heart, which it's like my most watched review, which is shocking. I saw that today, and that review has over 500 views, which never really happens for me, so I was shook. So I'm going to clean up the living room and then head into the bedroom. It's only 9 p.m. and I'm super tired. I'll try to pick up at least another book, and I've actually been doing super good. I read almost 850 pages as of now, so if I manage to get like another book done tonight and maybe like a super quick read tomorrow, we'll see. y'all, we'll see. Hope you guys are enjoying this vlog so far and that it's not just me being a rambling mess and loving every single thing I've read. Hello again. It's like 9:10 p.m. and I'm going to start again, But Better by Christine Reggio. I know a lot of people don't like this book. I know a lot of people like this book. It's a controversial one, but I had started the audiobook for this and I actually really did enjoy it. So I don't know if I'm going to pick up from where I left off in the other, like in the audiobook, or start it again completely. I'll see if I'm like, I'll start reading it, and if I remember too much, then I'll just skip ahead a little bit. But yeah, so the plan instead, I think I'm going to read half of this morning and then set an alarm for like 9 a.m. and try to finish the rest tomorrow because I need to sleep, realistically speaking. If not, I'm going to screw up my entire life. Basically, I need sleep. So I'm going to start reading this. Just give me. The cat's talking. So I'm going to start reading this, eat some fruits, and then go to bed and talk to you guys tomorrow. Unless like something happens in this. Good morning, guys. It is now Sunday and it's a little bit before 8 a.m. I actually woke up like naturally, which is good because I only read 50 pages of Again But Better yesterday. So I'm going to try to read as much as I can. I'm a little bit exhausted from reading and everything, so I might just try to read like 150 pages or something, like get halfway and then call it quits for my 24-hour readathon. But you know, I'll try. I feel like I've been doing great and I am actually enjoying the story, so I don't know if I'm actually going to end up being on the I love it side or just because it hasn't gone to the point where people complain yet. But I have made another little fruit bowl and I'm just gonna sit in the kitchen and take it slow and read. Hello friends, so it's now 8:30 and I am on page 100 of Again But Better, and I'm actually loving this book so much right now. It's giving me all the travel vibes and I love how realistic and dynamic the characters are. They are very accurate for the time because like the first part of this book is set in 2011, so like all the references like Angry Birds and that kind of stuff are very accurate, and I feel like they're, I guess, like young adults-ish, because they're all college age, so that are like they're actually their age. Like I feel like their preoccupations and their hobbies and what they want to do with their lives are very specific to like what it is to be a young adult, and I'm really enjoying how realistic it is. I think it might get a little sidetracked for me once I get to the what appears to be a magical element that people are talking about, but as of now I could definitely see this being like a 4 or 5-star read, so I'm not really seeing all the issues people have had. I feel like if I do finish this book and really enjoy it, I'm going to have to go through the Goodreads and like see what people are saying for low reviews. I guess it's all based on opinion and everything, but I've traveled to Europe, so some of the destinations here are like things I've seen before, so it's really cool to see another main character like explore and have like different opinions on like places I've already seen. And I just remember the feeling when I went there and I traveled and how excited I was, so I can't even imagine like studying abroad in Europe and how that fantastic that might be. So I'm very interested to keep reading. For now I'm gonna make breakfast though and probably get ready for the day and then maybe try to read another 50 to like 100 pages before the end of this vlog. But I'm really enjoying this. Like surprisingly, this is a lot better than I thought it would be. Friends, excuse the appearance. I've been in the shower, washed my hair, and I'm having a freaking freak out moment because this book just everybody talks about like a magical element and I can't stop laughing. I was so shook. Everyone talks talks about a magical element in Again But Better by Christine Riccio. And I thought it was this one small thing that I was like, oh, okay, but I didn't realize this one small thing was becoming this one huge thing that like completely changes the plot, and I love it so much. And I actually am adoring this book. Like, I don't get the hate on it. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not picky with my reading, but I'm actually loving this so much more. I'm now on page 219, so I've made like significant progress in this book. I read almost 200 pages this morning. It's like 11:30, so I just have a little bit left to read before noon hits, but I just, what the hell? Like, I've been putting this book off for a while now because of all the people complaining about this book, but honestly, this could be one of my favorite books of the year. And I'm shook because I usually kind of feel like the hype and everything, but now that like I realize my reading tastes are pretty different from a lot of people, I'm so mad at myself for not having picked this up beforehand. And this book, guys, I have no words, but I'm gonna try to read another like 30 pages to finish at like 250 or something, and then, you know, carry on with the day a little bit and keep reading a little bit later once this vlog is over. But oh my god, I'm a mess. Hello again, guys. It's a few hours later. The readathon is now over. Excuse the hair. That's the aftermath of washing it. But it's now like 2:30. My boyfriend did come home from his weekend away, so we talked a little bit. And I'm now here to wrap up this 24-hour readathon and talk about all the books I read and quickly give you guys my thoughts on them. So the first one I read and completed during the readathon was Tunnel of Bones by Victoria Schwab, which is the sequel to City of Ghosts. Gave this one 5 out of 5 stars. Loved it even more than the first book in the series. Again, this follows Cassidy Blake, who had a near-death experience, and because of that, she can see ghosts and travel through this thing called a veil to see how ghosts acted in their own time and their death location, and she has the job to kind of help them move on and go to the afterlife, I guess. This one specifically follows her in Paris, and I just loved everything from it. From seeing the characters from the first book in this one, as well as just the overall Paris ambiance. It reminded me a lot of my trip there. I obviously like the supernatural elements, I like the family. Just Cassidy is such a fun character to read about. All the Harry Potter references in here, and it was just such a fun time. This reads so nice and quickly, and I just had a blast reading this one. Then read the graphic novel Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell and Faith Erin Hicks. This is about Josiah and Deja, who work together at a pumpkin patch, and they do so every year. This is their last night together, and they try to make it more special, obviously, because they're seniors. They will be moving on to college, so they won't be working there anymore, and we follow them on their last night at the pumpkin patch. Again, 5 out of 5 stars. One of my new favorite graphic novels, especially for the art. I think that there was a lot of attention to detail. I loved the color palette chosen for this. I just loved how each character was very different, the diversity that was included in this novel as well, both based on the characters' colors and sexuality. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, I don't want to say too much about this one because I feel like it spoils the plot, because this is basically just a graphic novel. I feel like it's easy to spoil, but loved it. And then we have Maybe This Time by Casey West, which I'm so happy I finally read. I think this would be my second or third favorite from her. Still not sure. Obviously gave it 5 stars on Goodreads. I think it stands at a 5-star in my opinion, and I'm just so freaking happy I finally got to it. This again follows our main character who works in a flower shop. She wants to be a clothing designer in New York, so she's saving up money to be able to go study there. We follow her through 9 events and her encounters with her best friend who works as a chef with her dad for her chef company, as well as this new boy who was also working with the chefs because his dad actually joins like the only chef in town, and they work together, and so they meet each other through 9 events and they get a chance to fall in love. This is kind of like a hate to love, a lot of witty banter. I really enjoyed it. I like the settings, I like how unique our characters were, flawed, but the character growth was immense. I feel like the family talk in this one was great, and how sometimes things aren't as they seem, and with a little bit of like reflection about yourself you can learn a lot. I feel like your characters went to a great emotional journey in this one. Really loved it. It was adorable at the same time, and such a fast read. That's what I really enjoy about Casey West. Again, loved it, and I made it to page 257 in Again But Better by Christine Riccio, and I'm still adoring this. I've been through the magical element, and I don't have an issue at all with this book. There are some trigger warnings for like cheating in here, but I feel it's better addressed than a lot of the other YA books I've read. Like Hot Dog Girl for me was a really big miss when it came to that, but I feel like I can see more how it's a little bit more politically correct in this one, although there are some things I'm about, so it might be like a 4.5 because of that. But other than that, I would freaking give it 5 out of 5 stars as of now, and I'm like 60% through with this one and loving it. I love the writing style in here, love the setting, love visiting a bunch of places in Europe. I'm a fan. So that's it for my 24-hour readathon. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you very soon with another video. If you guys want to know more of my thoughts on this, you should watch my next weekly reading vlog, because I will be completing it in that vlog. Bye guys!